Rain tapped softly against the window as Emma closed her book. It was well past midnight, and the house was silent except for the steady rhythm of the falling rain. Suddenly, she heard a faint knock on the door. Her heart raced as she slowly walked toward it. When she opened the door, no one was there. Just a soaked, crumpled note lying on the doorstep. Emma's hands trembled as she unfolded it. The words were written in a shaky hand. "I'm here, watching you." But as she did, a shadow darted across the dark hallway behind her. She froze, her breath catching in her throat. Was she imagining things? Then she did something she never thought she'd do. Emma fell to the floor, her hands covering her mouth as she tried to stifle her sobs. She screamed at the top of her lungs, hoping to scare the intruder away. But instead of running, the sound of her voice seemed to amuse him. A shiver ran down her spine as she turned round to close the door. She tried to convince herself that it was just a trick of the light, but a new sound made her turn back to the door. It was a low, guttural voice. Emma screamed, the sound echoing into the night as the man's face slowly loomed over her. "And you can't hide from me forever. Let me in." His face was pale, his eyes dark and sunken. He was soaked to the bone, his clothes clinging to his body. It was a sound that sent a primal fear coursing through her veins, a sound that seemed to shake the very foundation of her being. Terror gripped her as she leaned against the door. It wasn't the sound of a madman. She scrambled back from the door, her eyes wide with fear. He began to laugh. A harsh, grating sound that echoed through the house like a death knell. Suddenly, the door burst open, and a tall, imposing figure stood in the doorway. But it was the manic grin on his face that sent shivers down Emma's spine. "Let me in, Emma," he rasped, his voice like sandpaper. "I want to play a game." Emma's mind raced, trying to come up with a plan to escape. She had to get out of the house, find help, call the police. But before she could move, the man was upon her, his grin widening. "I'm here to play a game," he hissed. With that, he lunged for her, his eyes gleaming with a terrifying light.